Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with continuing our top 10 list of cards that I'm going to miss post-rotation for 2015. This is actually going to be two cards that are going to come in at number 10 and number 9, and we're going to construct a deck using both of them. And my number 10 card is going to be Generator Servant. Now, Generator Servant was an interesting card to me immediately when it was spoiled. I just thought that finding an awesome 5-drop with this card would be just the bee's knees with Generator Servant. So Generator Servant says 2 mana, it's a 2/1, and then you can sacrifice it to add 2 mana to your mana pool. If that's spent to cast creature spells, it gain haste until end of turn. Now, unfortunately, the Generator Servant, a lot of the 5-drops in Standard right now in black and red already have haste. So, like, the Stormbreath Dragon is one of them. But there is one card that I think the Generator Servant works very well with, also has an upside with the synergy of it going to the graveyard, which is Underworld Cerberus. Underworld Cerberus is a 5-mana spell, 3 a black and a red, and it can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. And then when it goes to the graveyard, you get to return, well, all players get to return all creature cards from his or her graveyard to his or her hand. So Generator Servant goes to the graveyard and gives Underworld Cerberus haste, and then if Underworld Cerberus happens to die, you'll at least get a Generator Servant back. So that was the kind of combo that when that was spoiled, I wanted it so badly to happen, but it just seemed to be a little bit awkward with all the exile spells running around, like Chain of the Rocks, Banishing Light, especially when I tried this last time, there was almost every deck was running either Chain of the Rocks or Banishing Light, or an Abzan Charm, or Suspension Field. There are just tons of cards that exile creatures at the moment, and unfortunately Underworld Cerberus has to die to get that value out of it. So I tried it in like a Cerberus Whip, like a Generator Servant, Underworld Cerberus Whip type deck. I've tried a few others. So this one I'm just going to try in a Jund Cerberus type shell, and we'll go ahead and pull up the deck list here. So here's the deck list. What we're going to do is we're going to use the Thoughtseize for our 1-drop. So we're going to skip Elvish Mystic or any other 1-drop and try to get rid of their removal spell through Thoughtseize. You can easily use Duress instead of Thoughtseize. And then our 2-drop spot is going to be all ramp. So it's going to be Generator Servant, it's going to be Rattleclaw Mystic, and the Sylvan Caryatid, because this then allows us to either ramp in through Generator Servant into the Underworld Cerberus, or just put us a turn ahead for our 5-drop. So the best 5-drop besides Underworld Cerberus, I think in the format at the moment, is going to be Whisperwood Elemental. So if we go a turn 3 Whisperwood Elemental, we can attack him for 4, as well as get a 2/2 manifested creature immediately at the end step. And then if this card stays out another turn or 2, we're going to get tons of value out of the Whisperwood Elemental. And I think that's the best use for Generator Servant. Now, there was a few other cards like Kolaghan, and it had Dash itself. It was kind of awkward at the 5-drop slot, and I just think that 8 5-drops is probably pretty good in this deck. Now, we're also going to have Surrak, the Hunt Caller, because I think that this is going to be focused around Underworld Cerberus. So when I build decks, sometimes instead of fine-tuning them to a specific like genre or theme, I like to just stick to specific cards with these top 10 lists. So we're going to use cards that actually want to be used with Generator Servant and Underworld Cerberus, and Surrak definitely fits the bill, because you can go turn 3 with a Sylvan Caryatid or Rattleclaw Mystic into a turn 4 Surrak, or turn 3 Surrak the Hunt Caller, and then a turn 4 Underworld Cerberus, which then can give your Cerberus haste. So another card that also likes to be used with Cerberus is Xenagos, God of Revels. If you have to go Generator Servant into Xenagos, God of Revels, that's not even that bad with like a Rattleclaw Mystic tacking in for 4 on the next turn, but really then you can go into a Underworld Cerberus be a 12/12 that can only be blocked by 3 or more creatures, or what I really thought was Xenagos would be a cool combination would be a Tarka World Render. Now, to make that combo work, we've brought in See the Unwritten. So what I really want to see happen is a See the Unwritten into a Xenagos into a Tarka World Render. You guys know that I play Tooth and Nail in Modern quite frequently, and this is kind of the standard version of Tooth and Nail. So you see the Unwritten, and if you reveal a Tarka World Render and a Xenagos God of Revels, you can throw in a Xenagos and a Tarka, give a Tarka haste and plus X, where it's its power, which equals 12, and so it's going to attack in with 12. It is a dragon, so it will give itself double strike, and you'll hit in for 24 damage. So that is going to be the dream scenario. If not, we have a lot of value in this deck through the Cerberus and the Whisperwood Elemental, and You might want to think that Cerberus and Thoughtseize are kind of non-bows if you have to get a creature, but usually Thoughtseize will be in here to get rid of an opponent's removal spell or banishing light or something like that. So that's kind of the gist of the deck. Let's go into the sideboard. We also have a Tasker in here just as a one of. I think the Tasker is fine with all the fetch lands. We're running a total of 8 fetch lands in the deck, and so we'll be able to get Tasker out for pretty low converted mana cost. Even if we've just got rid of 2 fetch lands, it's just 4 mana for a 4/5. And then, or like a Thoughtseize, you can even get it out even quicker. Not even too shabby with a Generator Servant. If you have to Generator Servant into a Tassiger, that's a pretty sweet combo too, because you can do that on turn 3. So you cast Generator Servant on turn 2, sacrifice it. The Generator Servant's in the graveyard. That's 2 mana towards Tassiger. And then you can exile the Generator Servant. That's 3 mana towards Tassiger. If you have a fetch land or 2, there's 5 mana, so just or you probably only want to, right there is probably good with Tassiger. You want to delve any more from that. And then for 3 mana, you can cast the Tassiger, and then, well, I guess you would want to delve, because you want to delve down to converted mana cost 3, use the 2 from the Generator Servant. So yeah, even for as low as like even just a black mana, you could use a Tassiger and then still have mana up to do something else with. So maybe we want more Tassigers, I don't know. It's just kind of an iffy card in here. I think it works really good with See the Unwritten to get out a fast Tassiger and then a See the Unwritten. Then onto the sideboard, we have, I wanted to try Guild, because Guild was like a removal spell that they can't get back when an Underworld Cerberus dies, and it exiles, so it's nice versus Hangerback Walker. And the cool thing with Guild is you can go turn 3 Guild something, and then have a mana for turn 4 to ramp out an Underworld Cerberus on turn 4. And even if you're like Radiclaw Mystic dies, that scenario can still happen quite easily with 4 lands. So Guild's in here. We have a Shaman of the Great Hunt. I think it's just really good with Sylvan Caryatid and Radiclaw Mystic. We have a Shamanic Revelation against any sort of hyper-aggressive, and a Feed the Clan as well for hyper-aggressive deck, as we can just need to stabilize by gaining 10 life, or this guy will probably get us at least 4 life in a card. And we have a one of Temur Battle Rage. I thought it'd be kind of cool to put in here with an Underworld Cerberus. You can have that scenario Xenagos and Underworld Cerberus with Temur Battle Rage. And Creator's Claw is just really good with anything with Ferocious. So that's kind of the gist of the deck. We'll play some matchups here. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Rogue Deck Builder. If you'd like to support Rogue Deck Builder, I highly encourage buying a playmat by clicking the link to your left. Also, if you enjoyed these top 10 videos, click on the top 10 icon to see the full playlist. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.